Hey, Gutfox here. Today we got a ranking of top 5 players at each position in MUT 21. So hold on to your seats because guess what? We're going to a crazy place. Let's blast off. First, let's take a look at a sponsor before we get into the list. Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden 21 coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTFOX for 15% off. Alright, so we're going to go through the top 5, and we're going to go by position. I'm not going to go through each individual guy. I'm just going to go take a look at the notepad, go boom, 5 in a row. Quarterback is up first. These are my top 5. Why? We can start at Aaron Rodgers. You're like, wait, Aaron Rodgers? What? Why him specifically? Because, you know what? He doesn't get gunslinger, right? He's like, he's an improviser. I don't know about that. What is going on, Fox? I think I did it to be like a little bit of a provocateur. I do believe quarterback playmaker is powerful. It's a little overpriced when they just moved it with the AP changes, but I'm okay with it. It's super crazy powerful, but I want to kind of illustrate that to people, and you're like, well, how come you wouldn't use Aaron Rodgers over like some other strong arm quarterbacks? I'm like, that's a valid point. I got a couple of the strong arm quarterbacks on the list called Josh Allen and Brett Favre. I wouldn't use any other strong arm quarterbacks over these two. You know, we just got a free Herbert, and I earned him in house rules, and then I realized a throw direction of his is broken, which I'll talk about in a future video. So, like, there's no reason to have more strong arms underneath Favre and Allen, because they'll be the same, but I don't know, man. That's why I put Aaron Rodgers 5, because he's something else different, right? This game is built completely around abilities, right? Speed, but abilities matter quite a bit more. In any traditional year, Vic will be the best quarterback in the game because he's the fastest, right? And every other year, we just run around behind the line of scrimmage like a chicken with their head cut off, throw the ball downfield, and hope that our route bounces beat their dumb zones or man coverage, and then just complete balls that way by outrunning the defense. Madden 21 is not coded that way, thankfully. It's been the year of the pocket passer, at least for the first half. They've changed to make pocket passers worse for some insane, insane, I guess is the better word. Inane is not the right word I was looking for. Insane reasons why they made strong arms half as powerful as they were before the AP changes, but they don't actually play their game. They just like hear from people and just react to it, right? They're like, you know what? People are using a lot of Brett Favre, Josh Allen. I don't like that. That's not using more of Michael Vick types. That's what we always know of when we think of Madden. So instead of acting like real football and allowing us to use pocket quarterbacks as powerful passers, they're like, you know what? Let's nerf strong arms. Let's nerf gunslinger, the way people are able to throw the ball in the game. I still think Gunslinger is really nice. I just don't like how they made it more expensive, but we're going to exit complaint corner right now. Rich Gann is #1 because he combines 2 of the most powerful abilities in the game, if not the most powerful abilities in the game, Gunslinger and Hot Route Master. So it's not the velocity of the feet this year at the quarterback position, it's the velocity of the ball. And the ability to bring out routes that kind of take advantage of a lot of I guess, you know, man coverage. They actually play and they cut well and get open against man coverage. They get well to sensitive spots against zone coverage. That's why Hot Route Master is nice, because they actually have nice hot routes. Genius, right? If you go against somebody calling like earlier, I think yesterday I was playing against a guy having 1 step ahead Deion Sanders. I had my route tech Randy Moss. He was on the outside. I put him on a deep post. Boom, 1-play touchdown because he's playing cover 0. And I think you're going to see a lot of 1 step aheads going forward because with the AP changes, they didn't fix 1 step aheads because they are not smart people. So, quarterback done. We're on to halfback. You're like, oh, look at that. New Alexander, New Bo Jackson. Those are surely #1 and 2, right? Because they got the best stats. Well, guess what, Jack? They're not. And don't call me Shirley, okay? Alvin Kamara is the best running back in the game. Why? Well, his archetype, his ability to receive the ball in the backfield is basically unparalleled, right? CMC is a close one. That's why he's in the top 5 too. He's just a little slower, a little like a poor man's Kamara, which is weird because didn't Chris McCaffrey run a faster 40? Regardless, I don't know. You guys have to check that out. Chris McCaffrey also doesn't have the break tackle. 85 break tackle, omega lol, versus 97. Right? So CMC is even though he's the same overall as Kamara, they're not even in the same league. 55 trucking, 85 break tackle versus 86 trucking, 97 break tackle. He's also slower, less acceleration. I truly don't understand how these two are the same overall. They even have the same archetype. The reason why they're so ranked very highly is because of the archetype. Because they get backfield mass for 1 AP. That's like supremely important. The routes that backfield master gets, and yes, you get it on Gannon, it still provides you a little extra better cutting against man coverage, zone coverage, man coverage linebackers, stuff like that. So that's one reason to have backfield master, even if you have Gannon. But not only is that because it's cheaper AP for the ability, but because the ability exists with those, you know, the ghost route, the halfback angle route, two of the best routes in the entire game, are available to the backfield master. And I don't see enough people running ghost routes, right? Against zone coverage, you run a ghost route, you're getting like 10 yards. It's crazy. Run a lot of other routes elsewhere. You can throw like a flat route out there on a receiver, get some good spacing, just chuck it down. They got to user cover the ghost, and then you just, you know, shoot up the field. I guess they can man up a ghost route too, and that's when you hit them with the angle. But that's why I like receiving backs and why Camara. I don't know. People always shit on me the way I say this because I'm not good with names, and I apologize. Kamura. I don't know. Bo Jackson, Sean Alexander, right there. McCaffrey, I did him too. Derrick Henry's a goddamn beast. Like, I mean, if you put these in any order, I can agree with you. This is a personal preference. I might put Henry over McCaffrey if I didn't have Elvin here. So, right? I don't know, man. It's tough, right? It's good to have like two of these, right? One receiving, one short yardage back. Because Derrick Henry, like, you don't take him down on first contact, and he always like falling forward. Unless, of course, two guys hit him at once. Then Derrick Henry will go back. Although, like, I've seen Dion Sanders wrap up Derrick Henry and take him down. The game's wild. I think it's actually running for weight is better on next gen than current gen. Next gen's not all worse, but there is some things better, but many things worse than current gen. I will say that is better on next gen is the weight of players. So cheers to EA for that specific thing. Next up on the list for the positions, wide receiver. Here are my top 5. I don't know if you guys are surprised with this. I don't think you guys would be surprised with this, but maybe. I'm not you guys. I'm not looking in your head yet until I finish my dastardly plan of world domination by mind waves. But here it is right now. For you to see into my head why I think these are top 5. Randy Moss, it's Randy Moss. It's a weird year that Megatron isn't in the top 5 best receivers in the game when he recently got a card. It's super strange, right? Vic is number 2. Weird. And Megatron is anyway. They really messed him up on speed for the wide receiver spot. I don't know why they did him so bad because, you know, he's fast as heck, man. Randy Moss, 95 speed, chem it up, you know, power him up, chem him up, 99 speed in the theme team. Only 25 out of 50, that's what I use. Lance Allworth, you'll see in my top 5. Why does Lance Allworth make the top 5? Not only is his speed nice at 94, but he is also the right archetype. The right archetype, best route running archetype for wide receivers is the best archetype for that class. He gets it, which means he gets slot apprentice for 1 AP cheaper than everybody else. He also gets route tech for 1 AP cheaper than everybody else. I love route running archetypes. That's why Dion Sanders at 95 speed, which you'll notice is 1 more than 94, is why he is number 2 on the list. Dion Sanders is phenomenal for me. You know, he's not like a run a slant into Sean Taylor and expect to hang on to it type of receiver, but having the ability to go route tech if you don't, for cheaper, to save AP for other stuff, or if you decide to use Vic over Gannon, you can do the slot apprentice for only 1 AP, so it's basically like having a hot route master quarterback there. All right, the other one, I said Lance Allworth. Tyreek Hill is just fast, and same with Devin Hester. The only reason they're there, they're just fast. You can put route tech on them, so not bad. Can you put route tech on Hester? I've only put it on Tyreek. Actually, can I put it on Hester? Maybe? Hester, I've never put it on Hester, but that doesn't mean do I know if I can, because he's a returner archetype. Route tech. He got outside. Yeah, he does get route tech for 4 AP, so I wouldn't use that on him. I'd get Tyreek Hill, who gets it for 3 AP. Or, like I say, the better one, Dion Sanders. Like, you can have these two with route tech for the cost of 1 on Hester. So I think it's a better idea, and that's why I have them rated higher. Otherwise, why aren't they higher? Why aren't there anybody else? Like, why isn't Chad higher? Because he's a route running. He's 93 speed. Allworth's 94. What more do you want? Chad's going to play well, only 1 inch taller. That's fine. Julio, if he gets an upgrade, he played really well for me. Megatron, you see, he's only going for 110K, right? It's just crazy to me how poorly they did Megatron. I don't know if they didn't want to imbalance him again because, you know, every year is a Megatron year, so maybe they went 1 year without him, which I can respect it. That 1 year is out without him, but we still got Randy Moss, so it's 1 lockdown receiver. All right, tight end. Next tight end spot. Who is going to be the top 5? Maybe there'll be surprising names. I don't think you guys will be too surprised, though. Let me go ahead and share the 5 with you guys. We have Cooley, Hill, Smith, Ingram, Waller. And even Waller is kind of like fine right now. Let's go over to the Chrome. Tony Gonzalez. Actually, I probably should. Sorry, I screwed up. Tony Gonzalez should definitely be here in front of Waller. I definitely made a mistake. So Tony Gonzalez is number 5 on the list. Why is he lower than them? I mean, like, it's 1 speed, right? Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm actually wrong here. Maybe Tony Gonzalez should be, because... Oh, wait, you guys aren't with me, right? So it is only 1 speed, but... Oh, wait, I gotta go his power up. Dang it. It's actually tied speed now that I look at it. I forgot about the power up, so... It is 1 speed, and I think Tony Gonzalez probably will move up because he's 92 speed, the same as the other ones. The only one that I might not put him ahead is Cooley, so I'll move him up a few spots. Maybe ahead of Taysom. Although, like, Taysom, the reason why I Taysom right there is because his run block is pretty high. Whereas, like, Tony Gonzalez, only 74 run block. Taysom's over 80. So, I think I'm fine with him at number 2, though. Now that I look back at this. We have, the reason why these 3 are here is because they all get up to 92 speed. These 2 are both frozen players that you need to buy the 75, then you buy a cup of coffee from the store. But they get up to 92 speed. Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill's biggest thing, and why I have like a concern around Taysom, is the fact that you need to get play fake all the way up to tier 3, I believe, to get his medium route running. Because see how it's 88 stock? You need to get to 90 to get his crossers to be elite. So, while I like the other cards, and Taysom Hill maybe takes a knock because then you're forced into a chemistry to get up to that threshold versus like just like going to go deep and forgetting about it, adding the extra throw power. But I don't mind play fake at all as a chemistry because it also gets throw power. I just slightly like go deep more because of, you know, spectacular catch. I'm like, yeah. Sometimes you just got to chuck it up deep and you want that spec catch animation. It rarely happens for you, but maybe sometimes. Anyways, that's my top 5. Not a whole lot to say other than speed and 90 route running. Medium route running, specifically on tight end, is what I look for. Ingram, you got to chem up a little bit more than Taysom. John only needs like what tier 1, I think, for the medium route running. So that's why I like him better than Ingram. Easier to chem up. All right, next positions. We are skipping offensive line because offensive line doesn't matter in this game. Defensive line. It matters a little bit. The only one that really stands out that you'll see, like Strahan came out. His stats are just so otherworldly, right? Strahan. I mean, I gotta show this off again. For those people that haven't seen Strahan's stats, it's not even balanced. I think because they put out such good like snow players, they put out Strahan like, oh, we gotta match it with 97 overalls, like 96 block shot, 97 power move, 91 finesse move. I mean, with high speed too. This card is absurd. Like this card's crazy. Then you look at like number 2 is Leroy Selman. 94, 94, 86 with 86 speed. So Strahan's significantly better. I mean, it's a couple overall higher also, but there you go. That's why I'm ranking it this way. Sweat is there. Now, the reason Sweat is there, we're like, wait, Sweat's like an 88 overall, is because of the blitz. The 335 odd blitz that I've been running that I see a lot of people online are kind of copying and it's, you know, taking over a lot of the Madden or trips or bunch. People are going to generally run 335 odd. So you'll see some people run big nickel, 335 wide. I see a lot of double A gap now too. So a lot of people will run some blitzes at you, but this one specifically, because of the way he loops around, because of his less than 80 agility, he's not as needed anymore because you got Devin White, who's also a beast off the edge. So you can go either one. White's slightly faster than Sweat. Does White get under pressure? No, Sweat gets under pressure. I know White gets strip specialists that some people are trying out. I'm not a big fan of the strip specialist try because you got to like click on at the perfect time, hit the strip specialist at the perfect time. It is a nice turnover though, but you do have to click on and do it, and then you know abandon your user, and sometimes your user kind of just like goes randomly places. But it's not a bad strat if you can perfectly time it, because a turnover is a turnover, right? Peppers, Selman, Youngblood, these guys are just here based off stats. There isn't anything really insane for defensive linemen this year. Double or nothing got nerfed. Went from 1 AP to 2 AP, so got a 100% increase there. But otherwise, defensive linemen kind of play alike. I really don't know if there's a huge difference between them. Maybe you guys can tell me otherwise, but that's kind of what I'm looking at. All right, let's move over to linebackers. There's a lot of, how do I say this, consternation on the linebackers this year. He's my only coverage linebacker. I'll talk about Ted Hendrix in a second, who's also coverage, but I'll talk about him, why he's special. Now, you could easily say Junior Seau's better than Sam Mills right now. And you know what? I'll say go ahead. Sure, I'll agree with you. I'll give you the topic because even though Sam Mills maybe, fits more theme teams, is free, has better acceleration, slightly better agility, better zone coverage. Sayal's got the hit power. Speeds, I think, are about the same, especially on a theme team, although, Sam Mills is already on theme teams. You got to have Patriots or San Diego or AK Chargers for the other one. But I put Sam Mills number 1 because he's usable, but like, do I actually even use Sam Mills? No. Whereas I actually use the other guys. So while Sam Mills has got like amazing statistics or attributes, he's not really usable. So why do I have him number 1? I don't know, because he should be better. He's free, he's great. Throw lurker on him, he's essentially a DB. Right? When I had Sam Mills with lurker on him, I'd throw him on the line of scrimmage, and then I'd drop into zone and people wouldn't understand. Like, Sam Mills off the bottom rope is essentially like, in the wrestler coming off the top rope. It's just beautiful. It's just something that you gotta frame it right there. And people don't expect the D-line user to also have lurker. And so like they'll throw at you. You're like, nope, that's mine now. You didn't expect that, did you? So that's why Sam Mills is there. He can be super powerful, but he's not. And you won't see a lot of people use him, but he's free. So anyways, Ted Hendricks is a freaking beast. You guys know all about Ted, right? Let me go back and show you my Ted. What's going on with this card right now? Because not only is he tall, 6'7", right? Not only is he just a ginormous human being. I think he's Loeb, right? Yeah, Loeb. 6'7", 92 speed on him. Okay. 93 power, 87 finesse. So good pass rusher, 90 block shed, solid against the run. His hit power is... Okay, I gotta go all the way down for hit power. Hit power is 94. He has 93 zone, 89 man coverage. He literally does everything. And he's the size of a goddamn Eiffel Tower, okay? This card should be insane. If linebackers jumped, you would see this card in every team possible. 6'7" with a jumping... that's just... He's peppers to another level. But the problem is linebackers don't jump in coverage. So you see him... So I'll put him on my edge. I'll throw him in coverage. He knows what he's doing in 93 zone. He'll break in the ball. And then he's also a run stopper archetype, which is the best linebacker archetype after the AP changes because he gets enforcer now for 1 AP, okay? So now I just click off when he's running out of running back, and he's going to smack him with a hit stick, okay? And then they just added deflator. Yeah, this is only 2 AP on him. It says 3 on AP on other people. Adds more ball carrier fatigue to non-conservative tackles. So you get enforcer, deflator, you hit the running back, boom, he's fatigued. I don't know how good deflator is. It's something I want to test out, but best archetype, huge, does everything. This Ted Hendricks, I don't know if I give him enough respect at number 2 behind Sam Mills, but this Ted Hendricks is, I don't know about underrated, because I feel like a lot of people know of his amazingness. But yeah, Ted Hendricks great. And then I just got 3 pass rushers here. Lawrence Taylor will probably come this week, and he'll take over the new maybe number 1 spot if he has those insane stats that I expect him to. So, I don't know. I love Ted Hendricks. And if linebackers jumped, God, I'd love him so much more. That's the kind of like guy that you remember in mutts. But I feel like his stats are glitched. All right, cornerbacks. Here are the top cornerbacks in the game. I've used, I think, every single one of them. Basically, I've used all of these cards. Right? Oh, I haven't used Tre'Davious White. He's my number 4, though. So, cornerbacks right here. Dion Sanders is the fastest, and, he's got it all. Dion Sanders, prototypical. Like I talked about in the halfback section, I think I mentioned, I've seen Dion Sanders wrap up and bring down Derrick Henry. Right? That's just not even a problem. Like, tackling in this game, hit sticking, weight doesn't seem to matter. It matters a little bit, but not as much as it should sometimes. The stats don't matter nearly enough for those things. Guys with low hit power should just be sliding off players. They should be getting stiff-armed into the other dimension. Guys like Deion Sanders. Rod Woodson, though, you're like, oh, Rod Woodson, interesting. I like him. Rod Woodson's kind of crazy talking about stats, and I know, we're seeing a little bit more fumbles now than we used to. 87 hit power in this card, stock, right? So this guy gets acrobat for 1 AP, great safety. An amazing safety because he has an 87 hit power because he can come down and lay some boom. So all these CBs are great for the acrobat, and they can throw like Deion and Rod at safety with the acrobats, and they play that phenomenal too. But they also play cornerback well, so that's wonderful. Then we went Troy Vincent. We also threw Charles Woodson. I think Tre'Davious White, I put it slightly ahead of Charles Woodson because Tre'Davious White has better acceleration. Agility is the same, but then Tre'Davious White has zone and press that are significantly higher than Charles Woodson, which is why he got the spot. I like Charles Woodson better because it's Charles Woodson. And there's, you know, one of the greatest to ever do it. So I will play Charles Woodson ahead of Tre'Davious White, ahead of Troy Vincent, but that's just because I like him. That's just a personal preference. But statistic-wise, these guys are technically better. But it's Charles Woodson. Last position, safety. There's my top safeties. I don't know if there's too much to argue here. I think, like, if I were to go tiers, like, these two are by far and away the best safeties. All right, these ones, they're close, but they're not even, you know, not in the same league as Sean Taylor and Isaiah Simmons. Sean Taylor makes the most plays for me on my defense out of anybody. Obviously, non-user controlled users make the most play, but other than that, Sean Taylor, he saved me so many interceptions. He's gotten so many interceptions. He's caused fumbles. This card plays, like, his stats are outrageous, right? But he plays better than his stats. I'll show you his stats in game. Since I mean, I got all these cards. I just should have shown them in game to you guys. But wow, I don't have. I'm not using the football team theme team anymore, sadly. But he was 97 speed. I did have him up to 98. I did a 50 out of 50 for a little bit. But this card, his length, his speed, his zone, hit power, turnover machine. I love him as my deep safety. Some people user him. Usering him's great too. Got no problem there. Agility at 92. Change direction 91. You can kind of mitigate that by putting your user on a blitz. But this card, absolutely phenomenal. I love the way that card plays. Sean Taylor is truly playing up to his name. And then at strong safety, we do have Isaiah Simmons, who I think is the best. Just, you know, speed-wise, man, zone, hit power, 6'4". This is my user right now. I've tried user in DK. It doesn't feel the same. Agility a little bit lower than Sean Taylor. And DK's is way lower than that even. But yeah, I really love Isaiah Simmons in this card also. So those are my rankings. Let me know what you guys think I, you know, got wrong. What's your guys' opinion on who the top players of their position are? I'm looking forward to all playoff content. We got some more Zero Chill 50 Legends coming up. So like I said, this is surely to change. Anyways, thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.